Now this is pretty cool. It's something you don't see every day. A pool of sharks, but then you look underneath them and there's people down there taking pictures underneath. Hello. I don't think they can see me too good.
The eyes on the side of the head, not the top. Oh, see this might be a
Alright, cool.
Did they pull off their skin? Did they pull off their skin? Water, skeletons.
Yeah, it looks like they're been eaten.
Dun-dun. Dun-dun. Dun-dun, 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 dun-dun. Bum, 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 bum. He's kind of moving slow for my little thing here. Baby sharks.
What are you looking at? Look at the first whale.
Well, that's not the first whale, but that is a whale skeleton. That's a fat fish right there. Hey, what do you think, Chloe? Think that fish has had too many Twinkies?
Twinkies?
There goes his uncle down there.
Joe.
Tasty. And nori is a type of seaweed. It's actually the same type of seaweed that is used to wrap sushi with. So if you've ever had sushi before, you have actually eaten nori. We will also feed some stuff called bok choy, which is like a Japanese type of lettuce. And that is usually what our fish get throughout all of our shows throughout the day. But this is our coral reef exhibit. It is our 4th largest exhibit in the aquarium. It holds 65,000 gallons of man-made saltwater. We do make our own salt water here. We don't take it from the ocean. Basically, we'll just take regular old Gatlinburg city water, remove everything that is harmful for our animals, like chlorine and certain minerals, and afterwards we'll add some salt and our own special blend of minerals. It's good for our animals, and that's how we make our salt water. This exhibit is modeled after the Indo-Pacific region of the ocean, which can be found pretty much anywhere between Australia and Japan. So most of the most of the fish and corals that you see in this exhibit can be found in that region. We have over 100 species of fish and around 1,000 individuals in this exhibit alone. I'm going to spend a little bit of time talking about some of those today. Since this is the coral reef exhibit, we're going to start with corals. So this is actually artificial coral. We don't have any living coral in the aquarium except for our one living coral exhibit, which is right out here before you enter the gallery of the seas. The coral is extremely delicate and slow growing, so we don't want to risk damaging any live pieces of coral. There are many different species of coral in the ocean, but the ones that you see here are some of the slowest growing there are. On average, these corals will grow about 1 square inch per year. So as you can imagine, this exhibit can take tens, hundreds, or possibly even more years to grow into what it represents today. It is also very delicate. If this was living coral and Nick wasn't being careful, he could very easily break off a pretty good chunk of coral and destroy quite a few years worth of growth, which is calling this a little bit of Now they can't really attack you, at least not very effectively. So generally what happens is if they feel threatened, they'll stick those spines up and point them in your direction and hope that you're smart enough to keep your distance and avoid an otherwise nasty sting. But if you did happen to be stung by one of these fish, you don't have to worry. As long as you don't have an allergic reaction, you're going to be just fine. It's going to be a little bit painful for about a day or so, but after that pain subsides, you'll be okay. If you guys want to see any more of our shows tonight, coming up at 7 o'clock is going to be our next Stingray Bay dive show. They'll be in the restaurant area a little bit later on in the aquarium. We'll have a diver there feeding some of the stingrays for you guys, and another diver there as well to tell you all about the sharks and stingrays in that exhibit. The next exhibit to see, if you haven't already, is going to be Shark Lagoon. It starts right back here in the corner. Be careful that the floor does move in there, so watch your step as you enter the tunnel. Really quick
now that's an ugly fella. This is creepy. Hello to that mouthful of teeth. Oh, holy cow! Where did that come from?
Shark coming to eat us.
He tried his teeth and poked him back out. Wow.
Said
He
he was.
had his teeth sucked in and he poked him out and then pulled them back in. It's weird.
That is neat.
I can't stand how people are rude like that. They should pick differently. Shark kind of what does nursing
Hello, my name is Ugly. I have no life. I just float around in a tank. Woo! Hello, cactus nose. A lot of sharks in this little joint. Oh, there's another. I'm videoing. Get down, guys.